Hello, this is Katie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. I'm going to be making a Mother's Day card. I usually try to make a lot of them. Last year I made a bunch with like a watercolor design and put them out at work, and people liked that because they needed one. But I also try and send them out to, as many moms as I know if I can. So I will try to kind of mass produce this one, but make it a little different. So I'll talk about these measurements here, and then I'll just be using the Happy Mother's Day from For All Moms from Simon Says Stamp. So I will set that one aside. It's very cute. It's got a kitty and a puppy and coffees. So I like that one a lot, but I'm just going to be using the sentiment. So I have that on a block. And then I saw the idea for this on Pinterest, which is my favorite place to get card ideas. It's just the easiest for that particular purpose. So I use it a lot for card ideas, but I cannot, and I've like reverse Google image searched the card that I saw. I can't find who made it to save my life, and there's no watermark at all. So there is that, but we're going to do our own little spin on it. So I've got 5.5 by 4.25. I used Craft. I didn't quite have the colors I wanted, but I think this will turn out. This is only an eighth less all around, so a quarter less total. So this piece, since that was 4.25 on the Craft, this will be 4 by 5.25. And then the white piece, this is about, the difference between the pink and the white is about 1/16, so it's only 1/8 total off of both sides. And that is, so this will be, what was that, 4? So this would be 3 7/8 for the white wide, by, that was 5.25 by 5 1/8, I believe. So anyway, that's how we get that look. And we are going to be using some baker's twine. I have some options for colors that are kind of in our patterned paper, and that's going to be going under the white and tied over on the left here. So I'll have to try and make sure that that's not too lumpy. So I'm going to set aside the base there and then go over how we're going to make the rest of it. This pink here is going to be for our sentiment. It's going to go over these strips. We're going to do some tearing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 different papers. Some of them, the backside, I will use as well, and some of them I won't be. So this is one of them. This is from, let's see if I can find it. These are out of Die Cuts with a View Sweet and Sassy. I think I got this at either Michael's or Joann's at some point. Wait. Yeah, I don't know where I got it from. But they're all from that paper pad. So that one has a back. This one's got a back as well. I may or may not use it. It's kind of orangey, but we've got kind of the chevron. And these are all kind of different, anywhere ranging from 1/2 inch to maybe 3/4, maybe a little bit, tiny bit more than 1/2 inch. I kind of just randomized those to mix them up in width. And then this one had like those panels on the back, so I won't be using the back side of this one, so just the front side of that. I'll turn over a couple of these so that I can see my options. We've got this one, and the back side is that. I don't think I'll use that. It's just too black and white for what I'm going for. These polka dots, the back side again was those panels. I just really generally don't have a use for those. And this one, I love the front and the back. So we've got peach, and then we've got those, and I want to use both on the same card. So those are our choices. We're going to just be working on the white panel And we're going to start with, I think I want to start with this one here. So what we're going to do is kind of gauge where we want to start tearing that one, and then just kind of give it some sort of a texture, different shape, and then we will stick the first one down. We're going to do 5, and then I think I want the next one to be the back side of that. So we're going to line this up with the edge right in the middle and start there. And then we'll take the same one, and we're going to make this one longer. We're going to tear it a little bit differently, kind of make it a little bit of a point on the bottom there. And then this one's going to be a little bit longer, going up. And then just however you want to stick it down, either glue or tape runner. And you don't have to go all the way to the end. These can also kind of curve up a little bit. So if you want to make them kind of come off of the white cardstock a little bit, you can do that too. Those two are going to be pretty wide. So with our next few, we will go a little skinnier. So I'll do this one here, give it a little tip there, and then have this one come up to about there, and then just have it going down. Give that one a couple strips of adhesive and put that down that way. Okay, and then the back side of the green, that was those panels, so that one's not gonna work. I think this one, because this dotted is just a little too close and more solid, solid peach. So we'll go with the back side here, and then kind of tear this one a little longer, going down, and then have that right about here and have it go down as well. So, quick adhesive on the back of that one. Okay, and then one more. I'll aim for the skinnier one. Next time I'll probably start out skinnier, just kind of mix these up a little bit. That was probably a little too orange for this, but I do like the chevron. And the back of that one, we've used the back of that. So I think I'll stick with this chevron one here. Okay, so I'm going to tear this one this way. And then it'll just be kind of a little shorter. So whatever pattern works for you, whatever pattern paper you've got, you can turn that into a cute card. So then what we need is our sentiment on the strip here, and the strip is going to match up. I decided to go with the pink rather than matching the craft, which the original kind of color layout matched the card base, but I would rather have it be on pink, I think, than craft. I can't decide. I still can't decide. Let's see. And I need about 3/4 of an inch based on the height of the sentiment. But now I'm wondering, let me get a piece of craft and I'll hold that up and see if I like that better. Okay, so I grabbed a 3/4. I'm going to kind of put these together as they're supposed to be to see which I like better, because I hadn't cut a craft originally. So we can either match the base. We're going to have the baker's twine, and it's going to be kind of torn at an angle there. So it could be craft or the pink going across. I cannot choose. I suppose I can stamp both and see what looks better. It would be on this edge too. We'll stamp both of them and tear both of them, and then we'll see what we think. So I can actually stick the pink down to the craft. So I will do that part first. I just need to get the baker's twine under the white before I stick it down. Okay. So center this first. And then hold that one there. Should probably do the baker's twine first. That would probably help. So, okay, we will stamp both of these. I really like the sentiment. It's one of like 2 good Mother's Day sentiments I have, and I think I have one on a woodblock stamp that I like as well, but I can't remember. I would need to go looking through those in order to find it. Okay. So without the baker's twine, we would be, let's see, kind of tearing it at an angle just after the sentiment. Okay. So it would either be craft and matching the card base, or pink and matching the pink right behind it. I think the pink, even though it doesn't totally mesh with the colors behind it, because I don't have anything that close, and I don't think I want to stamp it on something that matches too well. I don't know. Can't decide. Okay, let's do the twine first. So I think I will choose, we've got a little yellow in there. I've got some purples, but I think I'll just go with the pink here. And I want it to go around a couple times with some room for tying a bow. So hopefully that's enough. And then what we'll do, I will get my tweezers ready for tying, is on the back side, kind of below here, is give myself some adhesive for the ribbon to stick to. And we will be tying it over here. So I'll just kind of start that, give myself enough hanging off if we're going to be tying it off to the left, wrap it around the front once, and then try not to overlap because we do still have to stick this down, and the baker's twine is going to raise it a little bit. And then come around the front again. I wonder if I could go a third time. Actually, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay. So then I will hold that down and try to tie a little bow here. And the tying on the front can overlap. I just don't want it overlapping in the back because that would make it too bulky when I go to stick this down. And I could use foam tape, which is another option, to put the white down onto the pink so it doesn't have to be flat on it. And I just want to cut a little bit off for that portion. So yeah, I could raise that up on foam tape instead. It just doesn't, the pink is so thin, the pink line would be so thin. That'd be kind of hard to see. So maybe we'll just stick that down. Okay, so now that we've got the twine on there, we've got pink or craft. Hang on one sec. Okay, I held them both up for my husband and I let him kind of decide, and I definitely thumbed that one, so I'm going to stamp it again. It's on my thumb as well. He went with the pink, so I'm going to stamp it going this way and then tear it again. Try not to get it on my thumb. Okay. And then toss this one because I smudged it. Get some adhesive on the back of that one. Put that from the edge just above the baker's twine. Wow, that really does not want to dry. That's annoying. And that's Memento. That's supposed to dry quickly. And my baker's twine wants to bend a little. Well, hopefully it's not that obvious because that's kind of annoying. Anyway, I can always put another one over it too and double it up. So I can always add that on later if I need to. But I'm going to stick this down to the base, and then we're going to be adding some gems. I just want to make sure this sticks down well. Okay, so then I will center it on here and not touch the sentiment. So it's not too lumpy, just a little raised where the string is, so that's fine. And this would be fine on its own as well, but I'm going to, I picked out these ones, and there's some kind of lighter yellowish. This is almost like a peachy orange. There's some light pink here, or also just kind of silvery white on these ones. And then I will use my tweezers. I think I'll do the pink. Put one up there. And just do 3 of them. Okay. The example that I saw had some kind of, it might have been a patterned paper. It had some sort of like spray of dots behind and down around here behind the strips. But I wasn't sure how I was going to do that. I was just going to do like a marker dotting, but I just decided to leave it out in the end and not try to recreate that part of it. So that is our Mother's Day card, and I guess Memento does not dry as fast as I thought it did. So I'll probably do another one and just stick that on top or peel it off and do it again. But Yeah, so hopefully I will do some more Mother's Day cards. I know that I'm doing this one before Easter cards, but I want to do a few Easter card videos as well, and then hopefully some more Mother's Day card ideas. So that is that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.